during the development of baby, how they react or what types of behavioral changes seen. So developmental, how many developmental theory given? So first we get the four different types of developmental theory we should know. That is the developmental theory. What is the date today? Today is the 12th October 2025. So what is the developmental theory? So if we according to the child health nursing, we get four different type of developmental theories. What are the four? Psychosocial, psychosexual, psychosexual, cognitive, behavior, and the last one moral. So there are how many types of? Four types of theory provided. So psychosocial theory who provided? Psychosocial theory given by Erik Erikson. Okay, psychosexual theory given by Sigmund Freud. Cognitive behavior given by the Jim Pegor. And the moral given by the moral theory? Kohlberg. So these four, they are the scientists or psychologists. Those they are given by all the theory. So first we will discuss about which one? The psychosocial theory. Who given? Psychosocial theory given by the Erik Erikson. Who? Erik Erikson. So what telling? So according to the age, Erik Erikson যা হয়
না আজকাল হয় ও তো দাদা না সিরিয়া দিবে কিনা কি হলো কাল নাই
না কালি না
হ্যাঁ
কালি না কহ
এটা চার্জ করতে হয়
হ্যাঁ
ও তো এই সিলিয়া দিবে তো দাদাকে রেখেছে পানি করে
ঠিক আছে
পরশু দিন করবো এসা আলাদা করবো তারপরে কার বসলে
ওদের জায়গায় বোতল ভুল করে চুষছি Why it is not working, man? So, the psychosexual theory, first I will describe about actually my pen does not have charge. I already put in charge. So, give me the 5 minutes. Okay. So, before that, I will explain all these things. So, what do you mean by psychosexual theory? Psychosexual theory, Sigmund Freud. What? In the psychosocial theory given by the Eric Erikson, he provide different type of stages. So they provide for the infant stages, and they provide for the all the stages according to the age group. So for the infant 0 to 1 year, the Eric Erikson told about those type of individual. They have the trust and mistrust. Some of the people go for trusting someone, and some of the people get untrust by them. Then trust mistrust, then autonomy versus same. So what the patient is going the autonomy means they conduct any work or things alone, autonomy by their self, by same means they thought that feeling like same, if I did this one then I get same or bad. So by this education divided. Next we'll go for the preschool age. Who is what is the inferiority versus initiation versus inferiority. Initiation means before this age is called the 4 to 6 year. So initiation, they start to initiate any work, they initiate playing, they initiate any things, versus what inferiority means they thought that initiation was a guilt is a purposeful, like if they did anything wrong, then they thought I did wrong, it is guilt, feeling guilt. So initiation versus guilt. Then industry versus inferiority. So here is the school age 6 to 12 year. So what happened, individual thing, the industry versus inferiority. So if I send my baby to school after 6, so industry means they get produced education in their mind and the psychology. So industry versus inferiority. If you didn't send them, then they get inferior, they get back. So industry versus inferiority. Then the identity versus role confusion. The age is called identity versus role confusion, 12 to 25. So what happened here? Identity versus role confusion. So patient get achieve the own identity. Patient get own identity or role confusion. See, in that age, in the 12 to 25 year, the patient have planning to get hair of Shah Rukh Khan. Like that happen in the what age? That is called the role confusion age. So here patient get here individual get the directional. Which directional? The role confusion direction or the identity. They make sure their identity, they are ready for create their identity, otherwise they get role confusion. And the next one is the intimacy versus isolation. After 25 to 35, the patient get isolation versus what, intimacy. So intimacy means ki both two person get intimate in some situation, in emotionally, in psychologically. So if that happen, what what attract intimation. So if patient get partner or patient get any opportunity for intimate, they go for intimation, otherwise the patient go for the isolation. So here the example, after the 25, someone get succeed, they go for the intimation, they get married, they get sons, but some of the people didn't get job, likely mostly happen in India, they didn't get job, they didn't get their wife. That's why they go for the isolation. So this is the exactly the condition. And the next one is the generativity and the staging. Stagnation. Generativity versus stagnation. What is generativity? Generativity, this type of individual, the age 35 to 60 around. So this type of individual are thinking like about their generation, like the previous generation, those who are coming, those who are become the newer generation, those who are become in lower stage, they are planning for them, they just buy any property for them, they just create an environment to easy to survive for them. So generativity, they care, they put care about their newer generation. So that and stagnation means they are planning to go for staging, like they that time they are planning to go upper. Means if he is a teacher in that age, in 35 to 60, they are planning to reach to the headmaster or any other higher level profession job. And the last one is the ego integrity and disappear. So what do you mean by ego integrity? See, when you go for your grandpa, they're telling you a story, like how, like what type of story they're telling, like I go for school by passing the river. I go for school miles of walk, but they didn't mention that time car, bike, all these things, the travel materials are not available. Actually, this is the condition why they are walking, because anything is not there. But they mention that I go like that, I did like that, I did different from you, you get the easy things. So by that ego integrity, they made a ego. This is the moral thought, but it is not the totally moral, but it is like moral. So ego integrity, they get integrity of ego, and the another side is the disappear, otherwise they get subside, they does not able to respond much. So this type of things in happen. This is the psychosocial. I think as my pen charge happen already done, so I just connect and write something. So Eric Erikson, which according to the age, Eric Erikson provide some stages. So what are the stages? First stage is what I told, trust versus mistrust. Trust versus mistrust. Then second stage. What is second stage? Tell me anyone. The second stage is the what is called as the second stage is autonomy versus same. The third stage is the initiation versus guilt. The fourth stage is called industry versus inferiority. And the fifth stage, identification or role confusion. Identity versus role confusion. Identity versus role confusion. Then intimacy versus isolation. Generativity versus versus stagnation. And the last one is the ego integrity versus despair. So these are the things. So trust versus mistrust, when it will be seen like 0 to 1 year, where what happened, where patient gave hope, the person gave hope, trust and mistrust. Trust someone and mistrust also someone. And the last, autonomy versus same. So the age between 1 year to 3 years. So here get willpower. So they can do, I can do, like that happen. But they get same for what? For they do not understand that he did mistake. Here, wait. Okay, they do not understand that they did mistake. If the child did mistake in the same, so they didn't thought, they get fear because they go for autonomy. Okay, then the next one is the initiation versus guilt. So when the initiation versus guilt happen, initiation and guilt happen 3 to 6 years, the which stage in the preschool age. So they get purpose for what they did. So if they do anything, then for that reason the result of the guilt or happy, all this thing. Industry versus inferiority. Industry, what do you mean by industry? Industry means they industrialize, where you get skill. So in the age 6 to 12 year, so what are the main thought of the industry versus inferiority? Skill. So they learn about skill. They learn about what? They learn about the skill. And that's the next one, the identity versus role confusion. What do you mean by identity? Identity, they try to make their identity. So what are the age 12 to 25 years? So what they did here the patient loyalty. So they need to put extraordinary things to gain or create a role. So here what your loyalty. And the intimacy versus isolation. What do you mean by intimacy? Intimacy versus isolation. So intimacy versus isolation happen either 25 to 35 year. Here the patient get love and belongings, love or hate. Okay, and the generativity and the stagnation. So here patient 35 to 60 year, where the individual get like care about their coming generation, and the ego integrity and disappear in the seen in the above 60 year of age. So what they think? Wisdom means what happened? Wisdom. So this is the Erikson psychosocial theory. What Erikson psychosocial theory? Erikson psychosocial theory. And the next, psychosexual theory. So who given the psychosexual theory? Sigmund Freud. Who given? Sigmund Freud given. What are the stage? Stages are first oral stage, anal stage, telic stage, latent stage, genital stage. Yeah, right. So what do you mean by the oral stage? Oral stage, the patient seen 0 to 1 year. The anal stage 1 to 3 year. Phrenic stage 3 to 6 year. Latent stage 6 to 12 year. And the genital stage above 12 year. So in the oral stage, what are the things you give to the individual? Inside the mouth. So what you give, that this product only, anything you can give to the baby. So they just put inside their mouth. So focus on here. What happened? Focus on mouth. So focus on where? Mouth. Focus on mouth. And the next 1 to 3 year, the anal stage. So what is anal stage? In that stage, patient trained about bowel and bladder control. What? So patient bladder and bladder, so that the focus on anal, they get satisfied. Get satisfaction. By controlling. Okay. So they get satisfaction by control what? That bladder and the bowel. Okay. And the phrenic stage is the most important stage, where the patient get skilled. Okay. In the school, not skilled, that they get the ability to think. In the 3 to 6 year, here two things are seen. What are the two things? First is the Oedipus complex, Electra so Oedipus complex and Electra complex. What is the meaning of these two words? Anybody know? Okay, I'll tell. So Oedipus complex means a male baby attached with their mother means and the Electra complex, a female girl attached with father. So these two is the Electra complex. If the female girl attached with their father. So what happened here? Here happened the attachment with the another sex. With another sexual character. So what is attachment of the another sex? There is which stage in the phrenic stage? In the Oedipus complex and Electra complex, where it will be seen in the phrenic stage, and the later stage where the patient get skilled. Individual get what? Get skilled, and the age already written 6 to 12 year, and what are they behave like the and play in that stage, play with same sexual partner. And the genital stage, attachment with another sexual partner and continue. So this is the oral stage, anal stage, phrenic stage, latent stage and genital stage. So which one the most important? Which is phrenic stage you need to know, because in the phrenic stage the Oedipus complex and the Electra complex are seen. Okay. So this is given by the whom? The psychosexual developmental theory given by Sigmund Freud. Sigmund whom? Which is Sigmund Freud. Who given this theory? Sigmund Freud. Who? Sigmund Freud. Okay. So this is, and the third one, cognitive behavior theory. So cognitive behavior, there are how many components? there are who given the first cognitive behavior theory given by the Jim Pierre. So there are the 5 component. Have how many? Have 5 component. What are the 5 component? So the first one, sensory. The second one, pre-conceptual. And third one, the intuitive. And the fourth one, the concrete. And the last one is the formal. Operational thought. So formal, operational, thought. So first is sensory, then pre-conceptual, intuitive, and the concrete. Intuitive and the concrete. So the sensory 0 to 2 year. 0 to 2 year we gave the sense. Just a minute. Zero to how many? 0 to 2 year the sensory perception happen. So sensory perception. So what it is happen in sensory patient get the sense. The patient get what? The sense, but does not have able to think. Sense positive, but thinking negative. So this is happening in sensory. And if we go for the pre-conceptual, 2 to 4 year. So what happened here? Thinking ability, not fully thinking, the simple thinking ability is present. And the intuitive patient get the intuitive, the 4 to 7 year, they know right or wrong. They understand about wrong. Concrete, they create the base, logical thinking development. Till how much? 8 to 12. Think logically. And the last was the formational operational. There was the meaning like the logical thought developed fully. So there are the things. The formal operational, the fully logical thought implement, has a concrete, has a 8 to 10 years, has a thinking logic, think logic. It started in the concrete, in the which age? School age. This is the school age. Intuitive, because they understand about the wrong. About what? About the wrong. Preconceptual has simple thinking present, and the sensory, the sense is present, but thinking is negative. So these things happen in the cognitive behavior therapy. Who provided cognitive behavior therapy? Jim Pierre. Who Jim Pierre. And the last one, Moral theory. Who given the theory, moral theory? Kohlberg. How many component? There are total 3 component. So what are the 3 component? First, conventional. Next, conventional. The last one, the post conventional. So the meaning pre-conventional last the post-conventional. So what do you mean? Mean pre-conventional where the patient get reared. So what is the age? I just write below. Wait just a minute. So first we write the pre-conventional. So in that pre-conventional, age 0 to 9 year, where the individual get reared or punishment. So for that example, I'll tell you something. Individual think they did anything wrong, then she or he get punished. So this is the just is a type of example. Okay, pre-conventional done, then the conventional just what is the conventional? Bad boy and good boy. So the main thought of conventional. So what is the adolescent to adult? So what happened here? Good boy and bad boy. So what are example you know about by the example? A individual think I need to study hard because then after everyone look him as a good boy. So here what things? Thinking. So thinking positive, inside positive, judgment also positive. So everything is positive in the conversational, and the post conversational conventional. So in that post-conventional, what the patient telling, like the age after adult. So what happened? Age after adult, the rules and regulation. Individual maintain or create rules and regulation. Okay, create what? Rules and regulation. For whom? For maintaining a good life. So if I give example of this, like the rules and regulation, like one more thing need to know, like every individual doesn't reach to this stage. So which stage every individual does not reach, or every individual does not reach to this stage? Which stage? The pre-conventional, because this is the most intellectual stage. This is what? This is the most intellectual stage. So this is the post-conventional. So these are the things of the moral theory of Polvar. So they give three components, which is pre-conventional, conventional, conventional, post-conventional. Pre-conventional, what the patient telling? Pre-conventional, the patient telling about the reward and punishment. What? Reward and punishment. And the conventional, the patient telling about the about the good and bad. What? Good and bad. And the pre-conventional and the post-conventional, the patient is talking about the rules and regulation. These three things is happen in the Kohlberg moral theory. And the behavioral thought, the cognitive behavior given by the Jim Pagod. There are the 5 components: sensory, pre-conceptual, intuitive, concrete, and the formal operational. I already explained all these things. You just read once. And this is the psychosexual theory by Sigmund Freud. By whom? By Sigmund Freud. So these are the 4 theories that you should know in the child health nursing. Child health nursing. So the staging, the theory are over, Theories are over. See you.